how to actually remember what you study and stop blanking on exams. Study Trap: Why you forget everything and how to fix it in 3 minutes. You spend hours studying. You sit down for the exam, look at the paper, and nothing. You completely blank on a test. You think, wait, I did study this. Here's the paradox. Your most common study habits, like rereading, are the problem. They are the study trap designed to make you forget everything. In the next 3 minutes, I'll show you why your brain betrays you. What if the problem isn't you, but your highlighter? It starts by confronting the methods that feel productive but actually fail you. The rave party fallacy: why your notes are useless. Let's start with the biggest lie in studying. Looking busy isn't learning. You highlight everything until your page glows like a neon rave, but your memory doesn't care. You reread your notes, nodding along, thinking, yeah, I got this. You don't. What you're doing is passive studying, absorbing information without testing your recall. Here's the truth. Your memory is like a muscle. If you don't make it work, it won't grow. Passive habits feel easy because they don't demand effort, but that also means your brain never stores the information deeply. So if passive studying fails, what actually builds memory? Meet the method that researchers call the king of learning techniques. The blank page challenge that forces you to remember. This king of study techniques is called active recall. The concept is profoundly simple. Stop just reading your notes. Instead, you must close your book and actively retrieve the information from your own brain. Ask yourself questions about the material. Try to teach the concept out loud to an empty room. Write it down from memory without looking. Every time your brain struggles to pull back a fact, that effort is what strengthens the memory. Passive reading is zero effort. Active recall is the mental workout. Here's a quick challenge. The next time you finish a study session, don't reread. Instead, take a blank sheet of paper and try to dump everything you know onto it. This blank page challenge will immediately show you what you actually know. This builds the memory, but how do you make it last long term? Anti-cram system: spacing, focus, and a surprising trick. Active recall builds the initial memory, but making it last requires a different strategy: spaced repetition. This is the ultimate anti-cramming solution. Instead of one massive 5-hour session, you spread your reviews over time. Your brain is far better at retaining information it sees for 5 minutes every day for a week than it is seeing it for 5 hours in one night. Combine this with the Pomodoro technique. You study in focused 25-minute blocks, then take a 5-minute break. But here is the crucial trick. During that 5-minute break, do not grab your phone. Don't scroll TikTok. Your brain actually consolidates memory during the break, and distracting it with new input stops that process. Walk, stretch, or get water instead. Finally, solidify it all. If you can successfully explain a complex concept to your little brother, your dog, or even just your mirror, you have truly mastered it. Teaching forces you to organize your knowledge. You now have the active system. But there is one final passive component that binds all this effort together: your brain's save button that most students ignore. Your brain's save button, the final, most overlooked study hack. That final piece is sleep. Memory consolidation, the process that stores what you've learned, is built while you rest. Pulling all-nighters might feel like dedication, but in reality, it's deleting your hard work. Sleep is your brain's save button. Without it, you're studying on a loop and losing progress overnight. Here's how to tie it all together. Start with intention. Define a clear goal. I'll memorize the steps of cellular respiration, not I'll study biology. Use focused study blocks. 25 minutes of active recall followed by a real break. Review regularly. Space your practice across days, not hours. Teach what you learn. If you can explain it, you own it. Sleep 7 to 8 hours. Let your brain save the data you've earned. Follow this, and you'll walk into exams calm, confident, and ready. Not because you crammed harder, but because you learned smarter. Studying and start remembering. You now have the complete system. You truly don't need to experience that blanking feeling on exam day ever again. The core message is this: the problem was never you, it was your method. Now you have the actionable steps to stop studying and start remembering. So let's be honest. What is the single worst study habit you are guilty of? Drop your confession in the comments below.